Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets.
Great to be here.
You know how it is, the tech world never really stops moving. We've got some really interesting developments to unpack today.
Yeah, lots happening. We're going to cover some AI stuff, new
Uh,
hardware, basically a quick pool of what's buzzing.
Exactly. Think of it as your rapid update, keeping you in the loop.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first up, AI image generation. It's blowing up, right?
Oh, massively.
Yeah, apparently OpenAI's new tool is so popular, Sam Altman mentioned it might actually, cause product delays.
Which is, kind of a funny problem to have.
Yes.
We're too successful.
Right, a real high-class problem.
Yeah.
And the Neuron newsletter had this interesting point.
Yeah.
They noted ChatGPT once got 1 million users in an hour.
Hmm.
This visual stuff, though, it might be even bigger.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Images are universal. No language barrier.
Exactly. Like a global viral thing happening instantly.
It reminds me of that idea Chris Dixon talks about.
The venture capitalist, what's that?
Yeah. How disruptive tech often looks like a toy at first. Think those early Studio Ghibli memes people made with AI. Seemed silly.
All right, but then it improves super fast.
Exactly. So is this image generator like the tipping point? Is this when AI goes totally mainstream for everyone?
It really could be.
Hmm.
And didn't OpenAI just make it available for free users too, not just the paid ones?
They did, yeah. Which probably just throws more fuel on the fire, demand-wise.
Okay, speaking of OpenAI and big numbers, wow, they just closed a huge funding round.
Massive. $40 billion, right?
Yeah, valuing them at something like $300 billion. It's wild.
And a big chunk of that, like $18 billion, is apparently for a project called Stargate.
Stargate? Seriously, what even is that? Sounds like sci-fi.
Well, details are scarce, but it points to, massive infrastructure, data centers probably, for whatever comes next.
Makes sense. You need serious horsepower for this stuff.
And interestingly, alongside that huge investment, they're also planning to release their first open language model since GPT-2.
Open, huh? What does that even mean coming from them?
Well, they're asking developers for feedback. They mentioned it'll have reasoning similar to O3 Mini.
Okay, O3 Mini. That's one of their smaller, efficient ones, right?
Exactly. So maybe something more accessible, but still capable. It's an interesting move.
It is, especially you contrast it with Google.
Yeah.
They just dropped Gemini 2.5 Pro.
Right, the experimental one. Heard it's really good at coding.
Apparently.
Yeah.
And it has that absolutely insane context window, 1 million tokens.
1 million. That's it. You could feed it several books, basically.
Pretty much. And it's free to use right now.
Yeah.
Some are saying it's maybe even more useful than Claude 3.7 Sonnet for certain things.
So you've got OpenAI hinting at openness, but still pretty closed, and Google just putting this really powerful thing out there for free.
Yeah, which strategy wins? The controlled, polished thing or the wide open, powerful tool? What drives innovation faster?
It's the big question, isn't it?
Definitely. And related to all this, there's movement happening with the people behind the AI.
Ah, the talent shifts. Like Joelle Pineau leaving Meta.
Exactly. She headed up their AI research, and she's leaving in May. And Meta's spending, $65 billion on AI this year?
A staggering amount. And they don't have an immediate replacement lined up. Makes you wonder what's happening internally.
Yeah, bit curious. And then Qualcomm bought that AI division from VinAI.
Right. VinAI, founded by Hung Dewey, he used to be at DeepMind.
So you've got chip companies buying AI, model expertise, DeepMind talent moving around.
It shows how fundamental this stuff is becoming. It's not just software anymore, it's hardware, it's everywhere.
Okay, so we have these super smart models, but what can they do in the real world? Amazon's got something new.
Nova Act, the AI that works in your browser.
Yeah. They've got a research preview out for developers. The idea is it can handle, complex web tasks.
Little step stuff, right? Like ordering food, booking flights, things that involve clicking around and filling forms.
Exactly. Going beyond just simple commands.
Which is interesting when you compare it to, say, Alexa plus Act.
Amazon's other AI agent effort. How's that going?
Well, it launched with some agent capabilities, but apparently some of the really cool features promised aren't quite there yet.
Huh. So building these truly useful agents is still pretty hard, it seems. Even navigating the web reliably.
It really highlights the challenge. Nova Act is the research dream. Alexa Plus is the current product reality. There's still a gap.
Gotcha. Okay, let's switch gears completely. Gamers, listen up.
Nintendo time.
Yep. Nintendo Direct announced for Wednesday, April 2nd. It's got to be out of the Switch too, right?
Has to be. The rumors are flying.
Yeah, people are saying maybe a May or June release. Price
Yeah.
point around $399.
And launch games. That's the big unknown. Everyone's waiting to see the software.
Definitely. Big anticipation there. Okay, another big story brewing, TikTok.
Ah, the sale deadline saga? What's the latest?
Well, President Trump is claiming a deal for a sale, to a non-Chinese buyer. Will be announced before the Saturday deadline, April 5th.
Citing the national security concerns again.
Right. And you got to remember, like 170 million Americans use that app. It's huge.
It really is. Whatever happens there, it's going to have massive ripple effects. Tech, politics, data, it's all tangled up.
For sure. Okay, quick one for the Apple fans, especially if you're into health tech.
What's Apple planning?
A big overhaul of the health app, apparently, and maybe an AI health coach.
An AI coach. Interesting. When?
Could be iOS 19.4, maybe spring or summer next year. They're talking enhanced food tracking with the camera.
Oh, wow. Like point your phone at your plate?
Something like that. And then using all your device data watch phone to give you tailored advice.
So getting much more personalized and proactive with health data. Sounds very Apple.
Totally.
Yeah.
And finally, let's touch on robots. Actual physical robots.
Humanoid ones.
Yeah, that Chinese startup UB Tech. They're trading them for industrial stuff.
Like in factories or warehouses?
Exactly. Sorting auto parts, moving containers. Apparently, they're still slower than humans right now.
But they can work 24/7, right? And they'll get faster.
That's the bet. It's a glimpse into maybe more automation down the line.
Right.
Robots working alongside people.
Raises all sorts of questions about the future of work. Definitely.
Absolutely. Well, that's a wrap for this Bite-Sized Tech update.
Covered a lot of ground pretty quickly there.
We did. Thanks for tuning in to Bite-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.
Yeah, definitely let us know what you think.
And, as a final thought, we talked about AI image generation, super smart models, agents, health coaches, robots. Which of these do you think is going to change things the most in the next, say, 10 years?
And what are the side effects we aren't even thinking about yet? Lots to chew on.
Definitely. Keep exploring, stay curious, and we'll catch you next time.